Hello, everyone. It's me, LBT, once again, and welcome back to another LBT live stream. And I hope you're all doing good. And yeah, I decided to do this one inside my room because my Xbox wasn't working anymore, especially with that power brick. So it stopped working, and I decided to stop by and use my money to get a new power brick just for this Xbox going on, and I will be doing LBT live streams in the gaming room. But as for now, decided to stop by and take a chill in my room and all that stuff. And yeah, and if I hear any background noises or anything, then I apologize. And yeah, oh, and not to mention, my characters are there. Even Robert, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the King of Kings. Yep. Now that's an actual king right there. And yeah. Hey, Cole. Yeah, sorry about that because of the.
That's okay. I know.
Yeah.
Issues.
Yeah, issues. Yeah, issues and all that stuff, and decided to restart this one. And now let's get back to where we were, shall we? With the comic stuff and the movie stuff and all that.
Yeah, so the canceled movie Bride of Godzilla, it would have been the third Japanese Godzilla movie, and Godzilla would fall in love with a giant robot, female robot that blows her chest open, killing Godzilla.
Hey. Oh yeah. Is it that?
That was the idea. That was the first ever idea for one of their canceled movies.
Oh yeah. Hey Brandon, long time no see, man.
What you guys talking about?
Oh, it could be anything on this stream and all that type of stuff. And
I'm just having a live meeting. Sorry, that's my brother.
Right. Yeah.
Old Godzilla.
Also, look what I found on the internet.
Holy cow! Is that a mod?
That's the salt search from Dance Destroyer Hoops and Anime Man.
Oh, my
bad.
bad.
Everyone. The one he doesn't have, the one that got crumpled up.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Is that Jurassic Resound? Oh, hey, Jurassic Resound. And you will not believe what I just got.
I'm going to go move to a certain place that's less noisy.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. You could turn off your camera and all that stuff.
Hey, Dad, is it okay if I borrow downstairs? Because I'm in a meeting with my friends.
What's that? Yeah.
I'm in a meeting with my friends.
Okay. And, oh boy. Hey, Gus. And what's with that profile pic? Let me guess. Your girlfriend?
About that noise.
That's just your friend.
Oh, and
yes, that's just your friend. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Hulkster. There you are. I am so sorry because it was like going crazy and all that stuff, and I have to restart the stream and all over again. So
it's okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, Brandon, about the Soltosaur thing you showed. Yeah, I actually got this one, the Mattel Red Rex. I repeated myself by saying that I wanted to get that Red Rex. I wanted to get that Red Rex, and the fact that I have it proves to me that this Red Rex is one of my favorite Tyrannosaurus Rex figures of all time, and it cannot get any better by saying something like Roberts, the Tyrannosaurus.
Look like your wish is coming true.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Of course. Now that's the Dino King, the Dino King in North America. I'm Roberts. And Brandon, another dinosaur character that I wanted to show you is Bang, another Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Cool.
I got all of them from Target.
I was just going to ask, how do you feel about knowing what the Salt Storage toy looks like and what brand it is?
Oh, yeah. It looks kind of amazing.
Well, I can't really find it on eBay, so I just leave it as a picture for now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And do you have that Saltosaur thing with you, mister?
Oh, no. But about the Hoops and Diamonds toys, like I said, I have most of them. Just,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just this is the salt source I don't
Man.
have.
Oh, and not to mention, I'm about to show you another dinosaur that was from Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World movie, the Indominus Rex. Yeah,
It can glow in the dark.
yeah, a glow-in-the-dark dinosaur figure.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, it is kind of nice, and first time actually, and yep, this will be the main villain in my filming in 2024, so... Oh, and not to mention Dino Fury Green Ranger here, next to the Red Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Fury.
Oh, this is pretty amazing here.
Yeah. Huh. Instead of one Power Ranger figure, now I get 2 Power Ranger figures. And sooner or later, I'll probably get more. And shockingly is that when I did my LBT mini vlog, I didn't even know that there's a Dino Thunder Yellow Ranger right behind the Batman figures. And I was like,
Cool.
wait a minute. I thought the yellow Dino Thunder Ranger wasn't there, but turns out I was actually wrong. And I didn't even know that it was right behind the Batman figures. I was about to get it, and I was like, and Dino Fury Green's there. And then, man, I didn't even know about it until, and I was like, man, I forgot about that one. Maybe I'll go there next time if I have the chance.
I got 2 figures here.
Oh, you do?
I got a really
You're
mini
back.
Godzilla, one of the classic Showa era ones. And then the Muto, one of the villains from a 2014 Godzilla movie.
Impressive.
Also,
Yeah.
what was the worst movie you guys saw in theater? Me, I unfortunately saw the Emoji movie in theaters when it came out.
Guys,
Yeah.
you see my dad? This is him.
Oh,
Hey
hey.
guys, what's up?
Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Cool dad, by the way, man. Cool.
I'm just letting you know what my dad looks
Yeah.
like. That's
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, LBT. Sometime we'll have to find a time sometime to do a collaboration rant on the Emoji movie
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah. My worst movie could be any movie that is terrible. Like, I've seen bad
Yeah.
movies from as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult. Any movie that could be terrible, in my opinion, like Disney's Descendants or
That was bad.
Chicken
Yes,
Yeah.
I could never
Or-
get into those movies. Like, one day I was
Yeah.
curious. I'm like, okay, what's this thing everyone's hyping up about? I was a few minutes in, and I'm like, nope, I'm done with this shit.
Oh yeah, is it Disney's Descendants? Because I despise Disney's Descendants. I mean, that movie has got to be the worst Disney movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And
It's one of the
Shamer?
worst. It's one of them.
Yeah, Shamer, can you
Hello, good.
I would say
Right.
Artemis Fowl was worse, but Descendants was pretty bad too.
To be honest, I never seen Artemis Fowl.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
It is bad.
Not to mention, I've seen plenty of worse movies I've ever seen in my entire life, like Chicken Little, because that movie is, yeah, I did not like Chicken Little. It is too mean-spirited, the characters are
There it is,
unlikable,
Dad.
and there's 3 plot twists, something that didn't make sense throughout the movie.
I might get some shit for saying this.
Yeah, for the
I think
example,
Chicken Little
there's-
was decent.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the
You know how
example,
Disney opinions are, Dad.
Oh,
And
come
I already
on.
know I lost half of the people in
And-
the chat just by saying that.
Oh, Shamer. Not to mention, for the
Yeah.
Gamer, can you mute your mic for a second? Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, you have a kid who's being bullied by so many people around here, and then you have a kid winning a baseball game, and then the next thing you know, aliens come out of nowhere and start becoming an invasion, like World Wars all of a sudden. So are you going for a kid being bullied or winning a baseball game and then alien invasions? It's like 3 movies in one and all that. Like,
In my opinion, I know I'm gonna get shit for it. I think it did a decent job at it. I know but again, like, worst ever. No, I've seen so many shittier movies. Heck, I've seen some really shitty movies that no one has heard of. So there's that.
yeah.
Isn't The Wild a bad Disney movie?
Oh,
Wait, what
yeah.
movie?
The
The
Wild.
Yeah, that's a much worse movie. Screw that movie. Like, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll do a rant on it on my channel someday. Maybe.
So do I. Because I've seen
Yeah.
so many people in my community post by saying that the Wild is one of the worst Disney animated films.
It really is.
And they said that
You're
it's a
right.
ripoff of Madagascar, Finding Nemo, and
It
Lion
is.
King. And I couldn't
Yeah, I'm
agree
not
with
a fan
them
of that
even
movie
more.
anyway, to be honest.
Another
Oh.
animated movie a lot of people didn't like, I thought was good. The sequel, not so much. I liked the first Hoodwinked.
Oh, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Hoodwink, but I respect you if you're the big fan of Hoodwink and all that stuff. Because I wasn't.
I will say the animation isn't the best, but it could be a whole heck of a lot worse because I've seen some really bad movies.
Yeah, like that. And another worst movie that I've seen is no other than what else? Oh, Home on the Range.
Oh,
yeah,
that was bad. Yup.
yeah, Home on the Range. I just did not like how they were going for and all that. Yeah,
Like, I
it's
get
good
what they
that
were going for, but they didn't do it well.
Yeah, it's good that they have like 3 cows and then cowboys and all that stuff. But the biggest problem with Home on the Range is with the execution. Is with like, yeah, and not to mention the villain, Alamy and the Slim. That has got to be the worst villains I've ever seen. Not to mention that Yoling song is so annoying, so cringy, and it just didn't do it for me.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Simba's here.
Oh, hey, Simba
We
1994.
got Simba in the
Hey.
house.
How's it going?
Hey there. Oh, and yeah, Simba, yeah, it's great to have you back, man.
Yeah, it's
And
great to see you
Fair enough.
again.
And Robert, this is Simba 1984. He's a friend of mine. So,
Oh, who's Robert?
Sorry.
oh, Robert, that's the
Uh,
red Metal Tyrannosaurus Rex that I named. I named him Robert.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
A male
love-
T-Rex.
Yeah, a male
I
T-Rex.
saw Life on Our Planet, and it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I actually liked the documentary. It was actually
Yeah, it's
really
not
cool.
it's not as good as Prehistoric Planet, but it's still good.
Yeah,
I need
mean,
to get caught up on all these documentaries, so it looks like I have an extra watch list.
oh
Yeah,
yeah. Not to
unfortunately-
mention,
Prehistoric Planet is only available on Apple TV Plus.
yeah,
Well, if I can find it on DVD, I'm sure. Because, for example, one TV show I really like is Tulsa King, but that is on Paramount Plus, and I do not have that. But they had the season 1 on DVD at Walmart for $20, so I bought season 1 and I really liked it.
yeah. That is really, really, really impressive, by the way. And yeah, I do agree that Life on Our Planet isn't as good as Prehistoric Planet, but for what it is a good dinosaur like documentary series, in my opinion.
If
And
I
not
could
to
ever
mention-
find the DVD for cheap, I might get it.
And not to mention, yeah, the dinosaur models were some of them were half good and some of them were half bad and all that. So
Yeah, the Allosaurus looked like it
the
came
one
from
from Jurassic World, Battle at Big Rock. And I even pointed this out by saying, why is the Allosaurus in Battle at Big Rock in Life on Our Planet? Like, what's that about?
I have no idea.
And out of all the creature designs I've seen in Life on Our Planet, I picked the Tyrannosaurus as my absolute favorite because I like the red coloring, the modeling is pretty good, and even some of the sound effects are pretty good. It's probably on point with the Dino Dana Rex as one of my favorite Tyrannosaurus models of all time. But I don't want to get too much hate for this, but I think I like the Life on Our Planet Rex more than the one from Prehistoric Planet. No joke.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Sure, I do like the Prehistoric Planet Rex, but Life on Our Planet's Tyrannosaurus is actually way cooler in my opinion because of the red coloring on the face, especially with the male and the
Yeah, that's true. There's more
Yeah.
coloring for the dinosaur. And it's not just on dinosaurs they're focusing on other prehistoric creatures.
Yeah. There's
Like-
also Gorgonopsid,
My ears.
Scutosaurus, Lissosaurus, and you'll like this, Simba.
Yeah.
The Ice Age mammals.
Yes. The cave lion, the Smilodon, the Glyptodon or Diprotodon, a terror bird, and the woolly mammoth.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I mean that
Hey,
is really amazing.
LBT.
Anyways, I like the first three Ice Age movies. The fourth one was okay, and then the fifth one was really crappy, and I didn't even bother with what was it, Buck Wild? I
The
didn't
Adventures
bother
of
with
Buck
that.
Wild.
Yeah, don't see Buck Wild. I have
I'm not
seen
going
it.
to.
And I've seen reviews and I don't need to because I've seen the reviews and and saw the scenes of the movie and it looks shit.
Instead,
Extreme
you know, a
shit.
good movie I will rewatch
What?
this movie, The Day After Tomorrow, to give you an idea what it's about.
Yeah.
Think of the movie Ice Age, but instead of animals, it's humans. But
Yeah, modern day
have
Ice
it be
Age.
set in modern time. Have it to where ice is freezing up pretty much the entire Earth. There's earthquakes, tsunamis. Think of that, but with a bunch of changes.
Not
Yeah.
to mention, I think it's better than the Frozen films, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way,
I
way
agree.
better.
Frozen
And-
Yeah,
is way
check
too
out The Day After
overrated.
Tomorrow. Really good disaster
Yeah.
movie. And Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays Mysterio, he basically there's a father in this movie, but his son is actually played by a young Jake Gyllenhaal, who eventually played Mysterio in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh,
Damn.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
Not
this
to
is a
mention,
really good
I also
movie.
heard that he played one of those animated characters from Disney's Strange World, which I have no feelings of watching that whatsoever.
Me
I don't
too.
either.
It looks boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can get this DVD for like a decent price, definitely check out The Day After Tomorrow. It's a really good movie.
Yeah. Oh, and I like how you put up that Meg DVD, Gus. Is it the poster, Gus? Oh, it's a DVD. My bad. I like the DVD of Meg. The first
Yeah.
Meg movie was cool, but the sequel I didn't bother seeing it because
The Meg
I do like.
movies-
Here's my the first movie was okay, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as the book was. Like I read the book, last year, and I'm like, holy crap, this book is really good. Like, in fact, they even tried. Like back in 2005, there was a canceled movie adaptation of the Meg where John DeBont, who directed Twister, was gonna do it, and it was really faithful to the novel, and they
Wait.
did like they built like kind of
Is
like
that
John,
Ruby Goomy and the Teenage Kraken, Gus?
What?
Because
Kinda
I like
like
that
the-
movie.
kind of
Wait,
like
Wait, Cole. So Godzilla 1994 wasn't the only creature feature John DeBont was gonna make, but then got canceled.
No, like, but with this Meg thing anyway, so it was pretty faithful to the novel. Really gnarly design with scars on its face, and basically, this was a huge budget. This was gonna be like a $75 million budget movie, and it would have been rated R, and it would have been as dark as the book was, and it was really close to getting made. Why it got canceled was because the budget was too expensive, but I don't really see why New Line Cinema thought that, because they let Peter Jackson direct the Lord of the Rings movies, and those movies had a higher budget.
Damn.
Holy cow!
Damn, I would have liked to seen that more.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow!
Yeah, the Meg movies are mediocre. As someone who hasn't even read the novels, I heard what they were about, and I honestly would rather have a prehistoric marine life type movie than the generic shark movie.
In fact, Simba,
Yeah.
actually on YouTube, there's a 25 video playlist. Meg, a Novel of Deep Terror, the first Meg novel. The audiobook is free on YouTube,
Oh,
which is how I listen to it. That's a good one to check out.
yeah.
It is kind of nice, but I think I do agree with Simba 1994's opinion, especially with the Meg movies. I find
Yeah.
the first one decent, but the second movie sucked.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't see
second-
the
Yeah,
second
no-
one. I heard nothing but awful things about the second
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, the second one wasn't that great.
yeah.
And then there's like a sequel book. Like there are I think there are 6 Meg books or something. Like I have the first two. The first book is really easy to find a copy of, but the second book, called The Trench, is so hard to find. There isn't even a single normal book copy on Amazon, so I had to really look to find the second book.
Yeah, and not to mention, the only thing I like about Meg 2 is the opening scene, especially with the Tyrannosaurus trying to look for food and then gets taken away by the Meg.
That's
the
actually
Megalodon.
that scene is actually happened in the first Meg book where the Meg attacks the T-Rex. That was in the first Meg book, Mega
Yeah,
novel,
that's
Deep
true.
Terror.
I mean, why couldn't they do that in the first Meg movie? Other
Exactly,
than the
like-
sequel.
Exactly, like that
I have
is
no
weird.
idea.
Like obviously, when I saw that movie, I didn't know it was based on a book. That I read the book all these years later. I'm like John DeBon's version was faithful, but the studio canceled it because they said it could not be like the book, which is a stupid reason to cancel it.
I don't believe this.
Also,
cool.
another movie I really wish would have been made. So, back in the 90s, there was a canceled horror movie adaptation of the popular video game Resident Evil, but it would have been an adaptation of the first game from PlayStation 1, and legendary popular horror movie director George Romero, who directed the classic zombie movie Night of the Living Dead, he was going to direct a Resident Evil movie, and even Capcom, who did the Resident Evil games, would have been producing the movie, you know, kind of like how Nintendo helped Illumination with Mario. And
Impressive.
for this movie, George Romero, he even watched somebody play the games. He played the first game. He took notes of the story, and like 95% of that script was faithful to the game. But the studio canceled it because they said he couldn't make it violent and dark like the Resident Evil games, which is stupid. And then they made movies that were not faithful at all. So I really wish George Romero's version would have happened, because Night of the Living Dead is considered one of the best horror movies of all time, and he understands zombie movies, and Resident Evil games are like that, so he would have been an excellent fit to do Resident Evil.
Yeah.
LBT,
Oh,
Brady
and
has a question.
yeah, Brandon, were you about to say anything, Brandon? Because I also heard that you were raising your hand and all that stuff.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
Yeah. You're fine, mister. Yeah, I
was
just
just
wanted
gonna show you my fan art of Hoops and Diamonds. You know what?
Oh,
Oh,
cow.
a dinosaur.
A dinosaur story.
The
It's a
new
video-
one
it's
versus
my
the
video
original.
Holy cow. That looks amazing.
Oh wait, it's Noasaurus and his friends against Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, the
Video game
main
quality
villain.
look, it's in video game pixel art.
Yeah.
Video game? Huh. I didn't even
I
know that
wish
this thing
it
could
was
be in
in
the video
game,
game
that'd be
stuff.
fun.
Cool.
That's definitely cool.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Mr. Dino Diego is here, so one of you needs, because I need to chat with Mr. Dino Diego and show him my dinosaur collection and all that. So does any of you need to leave the stream, because I need to put Mr. Dino Diego in?
You know what? Screw it. I'll leave.
No. You stay.
Okay.
Because yeah, Gus,
I can stay too.
yeah.
Can I please
Walter,
stay?
how about you?
I'll try not to annoy him.
Okay, because I think I'm having trouble inviting a lot of people in the stream, especially with
isn't the
Zontails
limit like 6
and-
or something?
Yeah,
Well, I heard you can actually invite 10 people, up to 10 people in
Oh,
here.
really?
yeah.
Try doing that, LBT.
Mind if Brandon? No offense, but I think I'm going to put you out and come back later. And
Bye-bye,
add Mr.
Brandon.
Dino Diego. There, Mr. Dino Diego.
Hey fellas, how you been?
Dino
Good.
Hey, Mr. Dino Diego. Long time no see in this LBT live stream, and
Yeah.
Indeed.
yeah. And yeah, you will not believe what I just witnessed.
What?
Ooh,
I'm
which
going
one
to
that's-
I'm going to show you the true Dino King in North
who is
America. The
Oh,
true Dino King.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yes, and it's one of my favorite Tyrannosaur figures.
The Red Rex repaint?
Yep,
The resculpt?
yep, you guessed right. And
Mhm. I kinda know.
Wow.
yeah,
Ah, that's so cool.
yeah. I even repeated myself by saying I wanted to get the red racks. I wanted to get the red racks. And the fact that I have him, my dream has came true with this.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
Rah!
Raw.
Yeah.
Arr.
I named him Robert. because, yeah, Robert is a cool Tyrannosaur. Yeah, I named him Robert, so he'll be part of my filmmaking, as I'm planning of doing filmmaking in 2024. Because I have plans of doing filmmaking in 2024 with these dinosaur figures. And then another T-Rex named Banged, the Dino Trackers Tyrannosaurus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
like the way his head twists.
yeah, and doing jumping like this.
There was
Yeah.
Cool.
And one thing I have to point out about this Tyrannosaurus is that don't you know that it kind of resembles like Dino Dana's Rex and the Tyrannosaurus from when dinosaurs roamed America? Because
Yeah.
of the
Kind of, yeah.
yellowish, brownish coloring like that.
Mostly the coloration is kind of similar, I guess.
Yeah. And
Yep.
the last dinosaur that I'm gonna show you in this is going to be some of the fiercest dinosaurs in the first Jurassic World movie.
Well, the Indominus Rex.
Oh, bioluminescent. No, that sounds like the Vastatosaurus Rex.
Oh, speaking
Of
of
course.
that, speaking of that tannish dinosaur, if my grandma saw that, in the words of Norman Bates from the 1960 movie Psycho, only a face a mother could love.
Oh wow.
What, the barnacles? Wow,
That's probably what my grandma would say if she saw something like that.
That's
Oh,
funny.
you mean this Tyrannosaurus? Because I actually like the coloring in the Tyrannosaurus.
I do too, but I'm just saying that's probably something my grandma would say.
Holy cow.
Mhm.
Imagine her seeing in my Tyrannosaur. I mean, Fang will be like, wait a minute, did you say something? Because, yeah. And as for my Dominus Rex,
Oh, cool.
Dang.
Oh yeah, guys! Breaking news! I saw the
What?
first teaser for the new Camp Cretaceous series.
known as Chaos Theory. Yeah.
Yeah, Chaos
I've-
Theory.
I've seen the trail, I've seen the teaser, and I like how they're going for in all this. And hopefully, I hope this does better than Jurassic World Dominion, in my opinion.
And the last
And-
seasons of Camp Cretaceous.
Yeah, season 4 and 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
here's
got
the
that
thing.
right,
I
Simon,
like.
in
Here's the
4.
thing. I
What?
liked Jurassic World Dominion when I saw it, but I rewatched it and I noticed all the issues, and I don't know if I would say I hate it, but it could have been a lot better.
I know
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought myself
I've
too.
hated the movie ever since I first saw it in theaters.
Me too. I mean,
I wouldn't say I hated
I mean,
it, but I
I
wouldn't really
liked the
say I
movie at
cared for
first
it.
when I went to see it in theaters. I was so excited to see it. Then when I came back, I was like, all right, it was a good movie. But over time,
Yeah.
I see it now as just another lousy sequel.
And I
Uh-huh.
haven't
Yeah.
even
Nothing unique about it.
and I
Yeah.
haven't seen the extended version. But the fact that but from what I've heard, it doesn't fix that much issues from the movie.
It doesn't.
Only a little bit, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
It
not to
doesn't.
mention Jurassic World Dominion. I wouldn't say it's the worst worst dino media, but it is one of the most disappointing dinosaur medias I've ever seen,
Uh-huh.
and possibly one of my least favorite ones.
Because here's
Yeah,
the
the
thing,
most
like,
disappointing movie I ever seen. And
because
Mystery
here's the
Yeah.
thing, Jurassic
too.
World Fallen Kingdom had a great ending, setting it up like okay, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
regardless,
so
because
like
like
the Planet of the
regardless
Apes
of
As much as I hated Fallen Kingdom, I liked the ending was gonna set up something better. Only for
because
it to
here's
be
the
a
here's
Oh,
the
that
thing,
didn't
here's the
make
thing,
sense.
like regardless of how you felt about that movie, everyone agreed that the ending was interesting and that it could have led to something, and then
Yes.
they do absolutely nothing with it in the next movie.
So that
I
ending
Yeah.
know.
works
There could have
now.
been so much potential for like dinosaurs in the modern world. It would have been like primeval mixed in with Jurassic World.
Yeah,
You know what? Even though it's not a dinosaur movie, you know what idea did that concept much better of living with humans?
What?
What?
Rise of the Planet of the Apes from 2011 and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes from 2014 and War for the Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes from
that's a great
I
2017.
know the Planet of the
All
Apes
three of
franchise
those
have done
movies did-
so much better.
All
Kingdom's
three of those
coming
movies
out.
did all three of those movies did that concept much better.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
I
forward
know.
to.
I can't
Those
believe they're
are
actually making a
those are
sequel.
primate movies. Those aren't dinosaur movies. Those are
Yeah,
primate
but
movies.
still,
Yeah,
they-
yeah, granted,
I think
but
Cole
like
is
it-
setting up an example.
So they're
it
similar.
did
They're
dress-
not dinosaur
basically,
Yeah, that
movies.
is
tho-
true.
those basically those movies are a better version of Jurassic World Dominion. I know they're not dinosaur movies, but if I want to see a movie where the world's taken over by creatures, I'll just watch those movies again.
Yeah, same.
Not to mention, I've seen better dinosaur media that is way better than Jurassic World Dominion, like Dino Dana or the Dino King franchise or Prehistoric Planet. Not to mention, both season 1 and 2, and even with the Hidden Adventure of Camp Cretaceous, which that is a much better Jurassic media and all that type of stuff. And even the How to Train Your Dragon franchise.
Yes,
especially with the
those
third
were
movie,
great movies.
Because
I agree. That was the best franchise.
Yeah, instead of
How to Train Your
dinosaurs,
Dragon was awesome.
Yeah,
I saw all
Sunday
three
instead
of
of
those in the
dinosaurs,
theater
it's with
when they came
it's
out.
with dragons.
Yeah.
It's with dragons coexisting with people. And
Yeah.
even the whole
Really
How to Train Your
cool.
Dragon franchise.
The How to Train Your Dragon trilogy was awesome until they
Yeah.
decided to make Dragons the Nine Realms and announce a remake.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
guys,
watched
like-
the remake, and I'm
more
like,
like a
what
modern
the?
We have
take
Plan
on
the
Why
Apes.
can't they
Dragon.
just leave
Guys,
the damn
guys.
originals alone?
Yes? What is it, Diana Diego?
I still can't believe they're actually making another Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
So
but
let me
it's
get
just
my
like-
thoughts on that before. Look, I
it's
think
a-
that's a stupid idea because War for the Planet of the Apes was the perfect way to end that. You don't need another movie.
What are you
Although it
talking
is-
about? Of course you do. I mean,
Like
Well, to be fair-
basically, like you know how everyone says that they love the first 3 Toy Stories, but that they should have left it alone. I would
Yeah.
describe
Yeah, that's
describe that
true.
with Planet of the Apes. I would
okay,
describe it
yes,
with
but
that.
that's different.
Yeah,
This
but-
is more of a
Kingdom for the-
continuation of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
To
Kingdom of
me,
the
they
Planet of
should
the
have just ended it with War for the Planet of the Apes. That's the perfect bookend trilogy.
I
It's
know,
it-
but ever
it's-
since I saw the trailer, it's just like it just came out of nowhere. It's like
Yeah,
it
wait.
just shocked me. that they're
Actually,
making
I
a
heard that
sequel.
announcement 2 years ago.
I already knew it was coming out.
I just
for a
saw the
long time.
trailer like
Yeah.
a few days
Uh,
ago.
And
just
I don't
showed.
believe
I don't know.
this.
I'll give it a fair chance, but
No,
I
it
think
looks
that they
good.
should just leave it
doesn't
alone.
look like it's gonna
Yeah,
be different.
personally, I'm interested. I mean, I saw War of the Planet of the Apes, and it was pretty good. So
Did you see
Yeah.
the preview? Did you see Dawn yet? That's my favorite of the bunch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like
No,
that
but
movie.
I did see
I
some
like
of
that
it,
Planet of
and
the
it's
Apes.
pretty
Dawn
good.
is my favorite one.
Yeah,
Check out
it's
Dawn of
cool.
the Planet of the Apes. That's a really damn good movie. In fact, that's easily in my top 40 movies of all time.
I think all the Planet of the Apes movies are good. Not a single one are bad. They're all good movies.
In
Hey,
fact,
Cole,
before
just
that
like the How to Train
trilogy,
Your
there was
Dragon
actually an
franchise.
original
Exactly.
series that began of movies where the 1968 movie is pretty good. The sequels to the 1968 movie were not that good. The 2001 movie with Mark Wahlberg sucked, and then the new trilogy was good. So only 4 of those 9 were good.
Personally,
Yeah,
I prefer the
hey,
new
Cole
trilogy.
Warner.
I preferred the trilogy too, but of the original movies, the only good one was the first one of the older movies.
Hmm.
Hey, Cole Warner. I think there is a difference when it came to Toy Story and the Planet of the Apes trilogy. With Toy Story, it has the same characters from the first 3 movies, but for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I read the description. It actually takes place generations after Caesar's reign. So
Well, but you get what I was saying.
yeah, we're not gonna see any characters getting character assassinations. We're
It's
seeing-
about it. I think it's like 8 years later.
yeah.
Yeah,
we're
I
It-
think
it-
Kingdom of the
it's-
Planet of the Apes is going to be more reminiscent of the old Planet of the Apes.
It's
movie.
Yeah, that's
about,
true.
It's
So-
about
In
I
fact,
think
to
that's
be honest, I
talk,
actually
it's gonna be more-
actually haven't seen Toy Story 4 because I thought 3 ended it well.
Yeah, but
It's-
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
Toy Story
reason-
3 had a solid ending. It was like the best one. Very emotional, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's where they should have ended it. Left it
Yeah.
alone.
And I
I
think that's
know.
why people
Yeah,
are
I
forgiving
think
of. That's
It's
why
the-
people are more forgiving of Kingdom of the Apes compared to Toy Story 4. But you guys can continue.
Yeah.
Well,
I think-
what are they gonna do a sequel to next? Are they gonna do I don't know, are they gonna make like
Not to mention,
are
I
they
think
gonna
they're
make
doing
a
Kung Fu
Cars
Panda
4?
4.
They better
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they are
Cars
making
4 is
Cars
not.
4.
There's no
They are.
Cars 4 announced. They haven't announced a Cars 4 yet.
Not
I
to
hope
Would you
not.
be
I
surprised?
also heard that they're doing Kung Fu Panda 4. Kung Fu
Yes,
Panda 4.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what's announced.
I
And
too will agree that I think that one kind of wasn't needed.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Kung Fu Panda, they always had plans for 6 movies.
6 movies for Kung Fu Panda. Are you sure about this?
Yeah,
Yes,
he is sure. That is true.
Yes, that they said that was always the plan. even years ago. That's not out of nowhere. It's not.
Well, if it's DreamWorks plans to make another Kung Fu Panda movie, I'm sold. Besides, I think the fourth one's gonna be the finale to the franchise.
No, the sixth one is going to be the finale.
Yeah. I
Well,
wonder.
hopefully they don't fuck up the
Never mind.
finale. Hopefully they don't.
I'm for sure they won't. I mean, we're talking about Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu
One-
Panda.
I mean, they've been
love
good
Kung-
so far, so
Yeah.
I have my confidence, but
I have faith
Yeah.
in DreamWorks. I don't
Yeah.
have faith in Disney.
Remember when people were thinking the first Kung Fu Panda was gonna suck because it was a panda who knew Kung Fu and he was supposed to attack
I
live?
didn't.
It's
I
about
didn't
how wrong
know
they
movies with
were.
anthropomorphic
Well,
animals.
they were wrong. Kung Fu
they
Panda
were
was
wrong.
awesome.
Yep.
Yes.
But then again, like everyone thought the Lego movie would be bad, and everyone thought
Yeah.
that would be a product placement movie, but that was a good movie. That
Not to
surprised
mention with
everyone.
cars.
that tells you that you shouldn't judge something just because you look at it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's
should
true.
never judge a franchise by their looks and
Not to
Yeah.
mention with the Spider-Verse
Also, Mr.
films.
Dino Diego, I'm
Not
gonna
to
do a
mention with the
huge
Spider-Verse
review
films.
series. We have 6 months yet before the new Godzilla X-Con: The New Empire comes out. I'm gonna try to attempt to review every live-action Godzilla movie, and so far I've reviewed 8 of them.
I have to be
every
honest, I'm more
Godzilla movie.
excited
We
for
have to get
Godzilla
to like the
I love
Showa,
Godzilla.
the
I think I
Acer,
have
the
plans of
Millennium,
doing
and the
reviews of the
Legendary era.
MonsterVerse.
And
I
there are
think I have-
33 live-action movies, and
Yeah,
I
I have all of them.
already, in fact,
33.
Mr. Dino Diego,
Yeah.
since I liked Godzilla vs. Kong, the new movie, I did a review of that if you want to check that out. But
Maybe.
I have a whole playlist on my channel of Godzilla content, like 13 videos. In fact, one of the videos is covering that canceled American Godzilla movie from 1994 that they were planning before Roland Emmerich did it.
Oh, the Stan Winston Godzilla.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen
Oh
that.
yeah, that
Oh, me
Godzilla
too.
fighting that monster.
Yeah,
Not-
The
I mean,
Griffin.
I'm honestly more excited for -1, however.
Did you hear, Mr. Dino Diego, did you hear of Godzilla -1?
Oh yeah, I seen the trailers and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Godzilla-
I just hope
looks
that
great.
since it's supposed to play in the US this December 1st, I hope it's close to where I live and I don't have to drive 3 hours away because I'd be pissed if I
Yeah, I
if I had
think I
to.
heard it's actually gonna have a worldwide, world nation release.
Well, I forget what the name of it's called, but there's like a movie theater that's like close to where not really close to where I live, but it's a different movie theater I don't really go to. It's a special one that's like an hour away. And if it's not playing up here, I'll see if it's up
LBT.
there. Because I would like
Yes,
to see that
Hulkster?
in theaters.
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
Hulkster.
The only thing I am a little disappointed in, while it looks like a fantastic movie, it's like, do we really need to go back to the World War II setting? I'd rather see something different. But
Hulkster, are you about
other
to say
than that,
anything?
it looks like a fantastic
Because-
movie aside from that.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Hulkster.
yeah,
Oh, were you about to say anything to me?
yeah. I was gonna say that. I remember before Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out, I was really worried because I was excited, but I was really worried because Sony was doing the movie and they just did Emoji Movie. So
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
Sony's
the
Animation,
reviews came
not
out-
the greatest company to trust a great franchise. But
But
Sony
I
Animation
was
was
Sony didn't
surprised.
screw
It
this
was a
up,
great
and they
movie.
made a great franchise with 2 Spider-Man movies and a third
Yeah.
one coming soon.
Yeah.
I just got a question.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to cancel Popeye to make the Emoji Movie?
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Who the
speaking
hell was that a good idea?
Cool
I mean,
movie.
Yeah,
why would
that
they
would be
do
a smart
that?
I
move.
heard.
Also, Mr. Dino Diego, it's on Disney Plus. I got a good film recommendation for you.
Oh, really? What's that?
I have them on DVD. These movies were my childhood. In fact, these were the first superhero movies I ever saw. Check out the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the Tobey Maguire movies.
Oh,
Those movies
the
are
same
I
Raimi
know.
excellent.
ones.
All the Spider-Man movies are there on
The same
Disney
Raimi-
Plus.
Not to mention the ones from the MCU, like Homecoming.
I'll be
and,
right up in a
Far
minute,
From
few
Home.
minutes, guys.
What, the Barnacles?
What the hell?
Sorry
Right
about that. I was talking. Anyways, continue.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
Like I
But
was
then-
saying, not to mention, they also have like the Raimi Spider-Man movies, the Amazing Spider-Man movies from Mark Webb, and even both Homecoming and Far From Home on the Disney Plus. The only thing that
Basically,
they
all
need
the
to add
live
more.
Spider-Man movies are there.
No. The only movie that they need to put on Disney Plus is No Way Home because that
Ah,
completes the Tom Holland Spider-Man from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
that's not Marvel. It's Sony that owns the rights. They get to decide that, which is why I said screw that, and I got all. It's hard to find because I have so many DVDs and stuff everywhere, but I have them here.
Oh, and I also heard that Spider-Man was from Marvel and all that stuff because I've seen Spider-Man in some Marvel properties like the Avengers, like Infinity War, Endgame, Phineas and Ferb, Mission Marvel, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and even the solo TV show like Ultimate Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah.
oh,
But
really?
yeah,
Even some Lego
before
properties and all
I
that.
do have to get going in a few minutes here, but this was fun, everyone. And Mr. Dino Diego, definitely check out the first Spider-Man. Great movie, and check
Yeah,
out Spider-Man
I
2
I
and
love
3.
that movie.
Those
I
movies
still
were my
want to see it
childhood.
today.
Oh, the Green Goblin costume, even when I was little, I didn't like it. It just looked like a wannabe Power Rangers.
But other than that, it was a good movie. Other than that,
Yeah.
But
I like-
yeah.
I actually like the Green Goblin suit. I respect your opinion if you guys don't like the Green Goblin costume because
Oh
You
no,
know-
that's fine.
I actually like the suits in the Green
Okay.
Goblin,
You know, I was very
especially with the metallic green and all that type of stuff, and make him look intimidating. Man, that looks amazing, and it looks badass.
All
but
right,
yeah, Mr. Dino Diego, like I said, if you've never seen these, you need to. They were my childhood.
all right. Maybe I will.
They're on
Maybe.
Disney Plus. Really good movies. The
Okay.
first two, that is.
All right, Cole.
Spider-Man
Maybe I
3 is
will.
trash.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I gotta get going. I gotta get some stuff done. This was a fun chat, and
No problem.
see you guys later. Bye
All
bye.
right.
All right then.
Bye.
It
Yeah.
is a good Friday stream, and well then, Cole. And as for the rest of us, and yeah, man, things are about to get a whole lot wider here. And
Yep.
wait a minute. Oh, Cruel Studio says take notes, brats, from MGA Entertainment because Barbie 2023 from Mattel kicks ass. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
that's
agree with you
true.
big time.
The Barbie movie was so much better than that horrible Bratz movie.
What's the
Ah,
Bratz movie?
the movie from 2007?
I
It's a
never
live
heard of
action
it.
movie based on the ripoff Bratz.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
a franchise that rips off Barbie,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey,
and it's horrible.
you
and
know the funny, like how Electric Dragon 505, aka Animat, and Trolls band together, Fan 2001 are the complete opposites of each other. Let me tell you something. So, Animat hates old Sony, but likes new Sony. Meanwhile, Trolls Band Together Fan 2001 loves old Sony and hates new Sony. That's
So the
big
opposite
opposite.
effect.
yep,
yeah, the opposite.
they have a lot in common with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Personally, I
And,
like new Sony more.
I prefer both Sonys in their respective ways.
You know what's
And that-
even crazy? People who consider pre Spider-Verse Sony and post Spider-Verse Sony as different companies for some reason.
Yeah. And do you know what's funny is that that's like saying that I like the Disney movies from the 90s and 2000s and dislike the ones from the 2010s and 2020s and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
like all that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
wait a minute. Oh, Krill Studio says definitely Spider-Man No Way Home will stream on Disney Plus soon. Also did with the Spider-Verse movies.
Really?
Maybe.
I'm not sure about the Spider-Verse stuff, but I think I might find that out for sure. But
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, maybe.
Oh, and have you seen this new trailer for Inside Out 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It
again,
looks-
it felt so unexpected. Like Inside Out getting a sequel. It's like,
Well, they did announce it a few years ago, but it looks okay.
yeah, and it just like came out of nowhere. I mean, I
Yeah.
had nothing to say about it. It's like,
Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm definitely not a fan of modern Pixar for sure.
Yeah, same here. Not as good as
Especially- Wait, what?
not as good as the classic Pixar's from the 90s and 2000s because my favorite Pixar movies from the 90s and 2000s would be Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., The Incredibles, and with Cars.
Yeah,
I
for
prefer
me,
the 2000s too.
it would be the same thing for your two, except I would also put Finding Nemo there as well, and even Ratatouille.
I would put
Yeah.
Wally. I like Wally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wally's my
Wall-E,
man.
right. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. I like Wall-E. I mean, that is a good
And Toy
Disney
Story
movie.
3, I thought was all right, but it did have a solid conclusion to the franchise. And then Cars 2 came out.
One of
And
the
I
worst
think,
sequels ever. And what's
and
worse is
then,
it's not even consistent with Cars 3.
and then Brave, which had a very unlikable protagonist, and then Monsters Inc., which was forgettable.
Oh,
And then
Monsters
Inside Out,
University.
while I
No.
don't hate it, I thought it was overrated. And of course, there's The Good Dinosaur, which was
A
boring as
missed
heck.
potential movie that could have
Yeah.
been a decent dinosaur movie with some
And then
great
Finding
visuals
Dory,
but
another-
horrible dinosaur designs.
And then Finding Dory, which had the same problem as Cars 2.
Oh no, I think Finding Dory was a good sequel.
Yeah, well, it's considered a sequel, but yet Dory's the main character, and Marlin and Nemo felt shoehorned in it.
Yeah.
I didn't really think so. I mean,
Yeah.
the animation is still
I
pretty
think
good.
I agree with someone 1984's point of view. Because I saw Finding Dory, and it's not as good as Finding Nemo, but yeah, I think I
Yeah.
take it over Cars 2 and The Good Dinosaur for that matter.
And then there's Cars.
I could care less about The Good Dinosaur, but I'll give you this. The only characters I like in The Good Dinosaur are these three Tyrannosauruses.
Yeah, I
being
actually
the main
liked
characters and all that.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
actually
it.
liked Butch the T-Rex. He was
And I even-
interesting.
Yeah,
I
I
even
agree
really-
with you. I mean,
Yeah.
Butch is the only Tyrannosaur that had a decent design.
Not
sure,
to
the eyes are a
mention,
bit
not to
bit
mention
far
Ramsey
close
and
to each other,
Ramsey and
but
Nash.
with a few
And-
modifications, it could look pretty good.
Not to mention, I even repeated myself by saying that The Good Dinosaur would have been better if the three Tyrannosauruses as the main characters instead of Arlo and Spot. So
Yeah,
that way
same.
it could be
I
focused
know.
on them rather than Arlo and Spot and all that stuff. So that
And
way
make
you
the
can
designs less like the Flintstones and much more like real dinosaurs.
exactly.
Yeah, like Dinosaur
Yes.
2000.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and the Dino King franchise or Walking with Dinosaurs.
Well,
the
more of
2013.
Disney's dinosaur.
They use Jurassic Park T-Rex sounds.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't mind that, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
mind that. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I
instead
can't
of
believe you did
instead
there.
of herbivore, dinosaur having herbivores as the characters, it will be carnivores as the main characters.
Yeah.
Just
And
like
then-
that.
Yeah, and then there's Cars 3, which, while not as bad as Cars 2, was mediocre and it had a pretty terrible ending.
Well, personally, I thought the trailers were very haunting. Like Lightning
Yeah,
McQueen,
they were
being
serious for
shot,
some
like,
reason, even though they
They made it so
They
serious.
were
Like
very overly dramatic. Like McQueen was gonna die and all that crap.
I know that felt so dark. Like the lighting,
Dark humor
the
at best.
camera angles. It's so dark.
Yeah,
Like a Pixar movie.
and then there's Coco, which was critically acclaimed, but I'm not a big fan of it. And that's coming from someone who's actually a Mexican heritage.
I watched
Uh,
that movie like 100 times at my high school.
I like
Yeah,
the Book
my
of
family
Life
watches
more.
Coco a lot.
Personally, I like the Book of Life more. It was much more unique. With
Oh,
very
yeah.
awesome art
Still
style.
I
better
haven't
than
seen the
Disney's
Book of Life in a
Encanto.
long time.
Still
But
better than
my
Disney's
family
Encanto.
Also watched that movie a lot. Then there's
Yeah.
The Incredibles 2, which was a very not so great sequel, and then of course Toy Story 4, which was unnecessary. And
What,
then
The Incredibles
2020
2?
Wait, what?
What, The Incredibles 2?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, it's
I-
not as good as the first Incredibles
Yeah.
movie. But I can
I thought it
understand
was
where
pretty
someone
good. I
1994
mean, at
was
least it
coming
continued
for, but-
where we last left off.
Yeah.
think
and
I-
then
Yeah, because even if I'm not a fan of the modern Pixar movies, I will say that some of their movies are kind of decent on their own, like Finding Dory,
Yeah.
Coco, Incredibles 2, Turning Red, Luca, and yeah, that's just about it.
and then the 2020s, which is of course their dark
The-
age right now.
Yeah, we got Turning
Onward,
Red, and
Bombing, and
Lightyear.
Oh,
Lightyear.
right, Onward. I
And
forgot.
I haven't seen Soul yet. Luca being meh. Turning Red being cringe. Sorry, LBT 75. I know you like that movie, but I thought it was cringe.
I thought it was alright. I mean, I like
And then
Dark
Lightyear being boring.
Well,
Yeah.
personally, I thought the movie was decent and kind
And
of
then-
funny because Buzz almost looks like Joe Swanson from Family Guy. Well, a little bit.
And then Elemental, which I haven't seen yet, but looks generic. And I thought, and with the movie's terrible box office opening, I hope it would finally teach Pixar that they should make better movies. But then the movie had a comeback and beat Ruby Gilman, so I was like, nah, fuck it. Pixar will never learn.
Yeah, apparently
Nopity,
Elemental's
nopity,
got the
no.
worst box office bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with
I don't-
Ruby Gilman, the Teenage Kraken, because I also heard that that movie was a box office disappointment.
Yeah, and unlike Elemental, it did not get a comeback.
And
I
I
haven't
can see
seen the
why,
movie.
because Ruby Gilman's marketing kind of sucked, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the twist villain was already revealed, so what was even the point of the twist?
Yeah,
And, well, that's pretty much it.
Oh, and
Twist villain was spoiled.
not to mention, I've seen this on my Twitter page by saying that, and I also heard that they said that Elemental surpassed Spider-Verse in the box office, and I was like, what?
what?
This can't be possible.
What? No,
No,
way!
I'm not a big fan of the Spider-Verse movies, but they're definitely much more ambitious and a million times better than how do I say this? Mid-lental?
Yeah, like that.
But yeah, I agree with Simba. I mean, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse was a far better movie. I mean, the animation looks incredible, the action scenes were awesome, and the characters were decent.
Well,
Yeah, very
from what I've
likable.
heard, despite the Spider-Verse movies being such huge successes, I heard the production for those movies were horrible and the animators were not treated very well.
I know. I heard about that somewhat.
Yeah.
Oh, and not to mention, about Disney's Wish, because I also heard that they have trailers and all that stuff, and
Oh,
sure,
Wish?
Disney's Wish
Yeah.
that is coming out this month.
And
on
I do
November.
believe that Wish will be the one saving grace for Disney because at
But
least
even-
it stays true to a Disney classic. As a
But
real
even then,
villain.
But even then, that movie's gaining a lot of divisiveness because of its animation. People were hoping that because it's the 100th anniversary birthday present to the Disney company, people thought it would be.
It was going to be in hand-drawn animation.
But no, it's a 2D,
It's both
3D
CG
hybrid.
and hand drawn,
Well,
like that.
guys,
Unlike,
well, I have
unlike-
to admit, yes, I agree on that. But at least it had a little bit of hand-drawn.
Yeah,
to it.
but unlike Spider Verses and even the recent TMNT Mutant Mayhem's animation, the animation here looks a bit janky and weird at times.
No, it's not.
Oh,
I mean,
and,
it looks decent. I like
oh,
the
and,
painting backgrounds to it. It looks very an art coming to life sort of thing.
One thing I have to point out is that has any of you seen Once Upon a Studio? Back in
Oh yes, I
October?
loved it.
I
I
know.
loved seeing all the obscure characters appearing in that short. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I know, and
and
just
I hate
very
to say this,
shocking to
but-
see every single character from Disney. Well,
yeah. I hate to say this, but it's probably the best Disney movie by far after Rolf Breaks the Internet.
Well,
and I enjoyed it than many more of the modern day Disney animated films.
well,
It's better than Frozen 2. It's better than Encanto. It's better than Raya and the Last Dragon. And it's even better than Strange World.
yeah.
It's better than any of the modern day Disney animated films in a whole new level.
Well,
which is surprising because nobody even remembers Strange World.
yeah.
It's very
Well,
forgotten.
here's the thing. Once Upon a Studio is actually a short movie, not a feature-length movie. But I
Yeah.
do agree it is the best thing that they've made since maybe Moana.
Yeah, I do agree with your point, but I do wish that they'll make the film longer and then make the characters interact with each other and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff. Like it's good that Timon and Pumbaa from Lion King meeting with Olaf, and then Genie from Aladdin resurrects Olaf, and then this guy from Fantasia scaring away the puppies and all that.
Yeah.
That's
His name
His name's
is kinda cool.
Chernobog. His name is Chernobog.
Oh,
I know,
right.
Chernobog.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Man, it would've-
monster from Fantasia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
much as I do love the short, I really did wish some of the more obscure characters got to speak compared to the more popular and fan favorite ones.
Well,
Exactly.
Great to hear.
at least Disney brought back hand drawn.
It
Yeah.
would have been great to hear Aladar speak again after 23 years of not showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
at least they brought
know.
back Aladar, Wilbur and Lewis from Meet the Robinsons, the characters from Bolt, even the
Uh-huh.
worst Disney movies like Chicken Little, Home on the Range,
Kina and
and
Koda.
yeah,
Yeah.
even the two Moose from Brother Bear.
Yeah.
Even
Even
Treasure
with
Planets made a cameo in the short.
Yeah.
yeah,
At least Jim Hawkins, we heard his voice.
You know, just for a cameo, but still,
Yeah.
you have to admit they put lots of effort into it.
Yeah.
exactly. The fact that they brought Aladar back from Once Upon a Studio, it actually put a big smile on my face.
Me
And
too.
and it actually put a big smile that they brought back not just Aladar, but other characters from Disney movies that I liked.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect birthday gift to me. Hell, I even did a podcast on Once Upon a Studio if you want to check that out. And sadly, you weren't part of it, but I mean, I actually made a podcast enjoying the movie, and things
Yeah.
went wild with it.
Yeah, I wish I could have been with there. But hopefully when you do the next movie reaction, I can be there with you.
No
But the
problem.
best part about the short was the ending. And
Yes.
my God, was it good? They did a whole rendition of When You Wish Upon a Star, and it was glorious.
Yes,
Exactly.
it was beautiful.
And it
Yeah.
simply sounded like the grand finale to Disney, like a great
Yeah.
send off to it all.
Yep.
Mhm.
And now and then so I'm kind of excited for Wish because it is a traditional Disney movie compared to the other ones that we've gotten in the past couple of years, but I am kind of worried. I don't think I'll be seeing it in theaters because because if I say that to my mom, she'd be weirded out.
Don't worry. I think I have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
I think I have
Me
mixed
too.
feelings.
Yeah.
And crossing my fingers if it's gonna be better than the rest of the modern day Disney animated films. Because all I have to say is that I am sick and tired of these modern day Disney animated films not even trying.
Yeah, me
Not even
Yeah,
too.
trying with the
the
not even
worst
trying with
part
the good
about these
story,
modern Disney
not even
films
trying with the
was
characters.
one thing, like the
and-
one thing,
Yeah, what is it?
the twist villain act.
Oh my goodness, those twist villains need to die.
I know, but thankfully, Wish will not have a twist villain. It'll have a pure, real villain, just like the good old days.
Oh wait, the twist villains were not the only problem. It was also the sympathetic and tragic villains.
Yeah,
Is that
like
even a
that.
thing?
Yeah, like almost every antagonist in the recent movies turned good at the end, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's too much.
Oh,
I'm so
Oh,
glad we
yeah.
are actually getting a villain. I hope he's evil and he
I
has a
hope so
satisfying
too.
death.
And I hope he gets a good comeuppance in the end.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
like any other villain.
mhm.
I mean, the last twist villain that is ever good is with King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I
at
like
least
the twist.
he was
Where
very
He
convincing.
unplugged the Vanellope's power cords, and that's how all the Sugar Rush Racers are.
And he turns
rivals
out
with
to actually be
Vanellope.
Turbo. So
Yeah, that was an
for
amazing
once,
twist.
he's actually a good twist villain because he
Yeah.
seemed very convincing.
Then
Yeah.
everything went, and then it's all downhill from there.
And went to the final boss level.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go, guys.
No
All right,
problem.
great seeing you again.
And
Yeah,
by
I
the
have
way,
2 things to say before I leave.
no
What's
problem.
that?
Take that, Disney, because dinosaurs,
dinosaurs
dragons,
kick-
and kaiju's kick
Uh-huh.
ass.
Nope, you got it.
And roar!
Ta-da!
That's a good one, Simba 1994.
All right.
That's a good one.
Indeed.
Oh, and speaking of which, I think I have my battery is dying. And before I end off the stream, is there anything else that you want to say? Because I also heard that Gus says that, have you seen the Lorax? And I might talk about that, but and
No,
this
the
is now
movie's
Diego.
terrible. It's the worst Dr. Seuss movie.
My friend
Oh, no.
Zach likes it.
Yeah, not to mention, I also heard that they had that Dilophosaurus at the time. Since you got the Dilophosaurus for the 30th anniversary for Jurassic Park, I got the Mattel Red Rex for the 30th anniversary. A cool gift, and yeah, I can never appreciate this even more.
Oh yeah,
So-
by the way, LBT, I also noticed that you also got the Hammond Collection Metriacanthosaurus.
Oh yeah, I was about to show it to you, but it's in my closet. I decided to save it for for Christmas.
Oh, don't worry about LBT. I already saw it.
Same with the Regaliceratops, since
That too.
I'm also saving that for Christmas too.
And by the way, those are
And-
pretty cool gifts.
Yeah, cool birthday gifts. I'm saving half of them for Christmas and the rest for my birthday gifts. As the main three. The main three would be or main four, because I have Dino Fury Green Ranger, and I have the Indominus, the two Tyrannosauruses, and yeah, and not to mention that Andy's Dinosaur Adventures DVD, which the Power Rangers are standing on, and not to mention that Dinosaur magazine after my birthday, and yeah, it is kind of nice after all. But yeah.
Yeah, LBT, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, I think we'll be ending off this stream, which is a perfect timing, and yeah,
Yep.
you take care, and we'll be ending off this LBT live stream. And
Indeed.
yeah,
All right, bye guys.
no problem.
See ya.
And right then, and hope you have a good weekend. And well then, Roberto, let's fade the black and yeah, just like that. And LBT here later.